Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I am sitting here working on some pouches and I've got like 5 more to go. I will show you one that I have completed. This one is a military themed United States Marine Corps, and it has waterproof canvas on the inside of it. I also posted on my Facebook a couple of purple and pink ones that I have finished recently. So yeah, I'm just sitting here sewing. I figured I'd come on here and sew live a little bit if anybody wanted to chat or whatnot. I'm here. If not, that's okay too. If you are in the Ohio area, we are going to be in Rockbridge on Saturday, weather permitting. And I will have these out and ready for purchase. Oops. I have one Christmas one for right now. I will have more Christmas ones closer towards the end of the month. I also have a few Christmas purses that I'm going to be sewing up. Don't mind my brother. Sorry if you can hear him. I am in my camper right now still. And I'm basically staying in his backyard until we come down for our next trip. Are you gonna behave?
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm on a live feed.
Where are you?
So don't do it.
Hello. How are you? You got any viewers going?
One.
One viewer. We're breaking records now. Diamond play button, here we come.
Hey,
all right,
get down.
Later.
Get down, Daisy. Well, at least he was PG. By the way, my microphone can still pick you up way over there. Way over here? Yes. Stop it. Sorry. And the pupper dog is in here too, so you may see her pop in or bark from time to time. I'm doing some chain stitching here, just because I'm doing multiple of the same thing. These bags can be used for so many different things. They technically are a makeup bag, but you could use them for so many other options. I can shrink it down and you could use it as a change purse, because I have like smaller patterns of the same thing. I can enlarge it and make it into a full-fledged purse. I can completely customize it to whichever way that you'd like to have it. But yeah, I could even do like multiple sizes. Like if you wanted 3 of the same bag, one that they could fit into each other when you're not using them, but able to use them to organize, is completely doable. If you don't do makeup, but if you do like any kinds of arts and crafts. You could use it to store anything. You could use it for pens and pencils if you do drawing. You could use it to hold paintbrushes or paint. Oh, I wasn't supposed to sew all the way closed. So I'm gonna pull this one off. Stop.
Loud noises.
Okay.
Let me know. Let me know when I can do it.
Give me 1 second.
Mississippi.
Hang on, he's gonna run the saw, so I'm gonna mute.
Ready?
Okay. Okay, hopefully, I blocked that noise, but I'm not sure if it did, because I'm not sure. Sorry if you guys had to hear that. I know it was kind of annoyingly loud. What, Daisy? Get down. I'm busy, Daisy. I'm busy. Yes, I know. I love you too. Now get down. Oh, goodness. What? There you go, good girl. What?
I was gonna ask you to grab my soda. No, oh,
Where is it?
it was right there in the bed. Couldn't find the door cover?
It's in the window.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a little cold here. At night it's been in the 30s. So the piece that we used to cover the doors to keep the animals from running out is actually in a window right this second to keep the cool air out.
Light it up.
What? It might be better than having just this flimsy thing up here. Pull the tray out of the dog.
Use the chair, or use the table. Use this table.
I used the table.
Put it on the inside.
Just lay it down on top of the brick.
Just put it right between the brick. Bam.
But if she leans on it, it's gonna go flying.
Back up. I got it. Back up.
Why don't you put it on her feet?
Because I didn't want her disturbing you guys.
She'll only do it once.
Hey, no. Back up. You're alright. Go ahead and do your thing. No.
Here's my one Christmas one that I was testing out. I think it turned out really cute. I got a red rainbow zipper on there. No, Daisy, go lay down. And then we also have the beach kitties. I think they're so adorable. And then the other two is a pink 80s theme. It's got rock on it. And then the other one is Spider-Man. And then I also have one that's an inspirational that says, "You will find refuge under his wings." And I have one that is pink with unicorns, purple with flowers and scroll work, and then another purple one with just flowers, and a purple with sun and moons. And then I have two black ones that have Marine Corps and Army. I also have a Navy one and an Air Force one, but I want to do them in blue vinyl, so I have to get some more blue vinyl before I can finish those ones. Hello. It is a beautiful 70 here in Logan today. What's the temperature where you are? And you guys can kind of see my little area here where I've got my little temporary office set up here in the camper. It has been working out perfectly. I did change it because I originally had the table set up over here on this window. Change it just here for you so you guys can see. I had it set up there. But it was kind of difficult because over here, beside the refrigerator, is where I've got all my vinyls and waterproof canvases stored, and some of the other completed projects and my guitar. But most of my materials I have them stored in this corner, so it just made sense to move the table up against this back wall. And I got my monitor up there, as you could see a glimpse of that, so that I can keep an eye on things and watch Netflix and YouTube and whatever else. And so having it this way has worked out pretty good. So far it's been great. It would be nice to be back in a bigger space, but I am perfectly content where I am at right this minute. because the weather is beautiful here. You can see this here hanging, that is a bend and snap that I finished a little bit ago with the panda bears on it. Got a pocket here with more panda bears inside. And then when you open it, you got an ID pocket here. You got another pocket here, another pocket here, and you got card slots here with a strap that to hold them in place, and then it snaps together. Right now I got it set up as a crossbody, so it's got the adjuster on it so you can slide it out as big as you want it or as small as you want it. But whoever purchases this in particular bag, if they want a wristlet strap instead of the crossbody or both, is an option also. So if you like that bag, let me know, and you can completely customize it with whatever fabric you want. And also a little bit of information. We are in the process of trying to work out a deal for a summer home up here, so that we can be up here during the summer times and go back to Florida during the winter times, which is ideally what we'd like to do. And I also want to give a big thank you to a person that is from a chat room that my mom is a part of. His handle name is called Made in Michigan. They just recently ordered a bag from me, and I'm completely grateful, and I hope that she is absolutely living her bag. She should be getting it today. In fact, I think I'm going to check real quick. Let's check the tracking, and I'm going to turn my phone so that her information is not shared. And I want to check and make sure she got her bag. Okay, awesome. It has been delivered. Yay. Oops, and there went my mouse. Sorry. You'll notice that sometimes I have a little bit of a delay when I am sewing, and that's because I'm not used to sewing with shoes on, and I have my tennis shoes. She hasn't got it yet. She's at work, but she said that she's really excited to get there and see it, so I'm really excited for her to see it too. That's the hardest part for me, is waiting for people to see their orders to make sure that they like it, because I'm always so hard on myself, and that's my biggest fear is, you know, sending out something that somebody doesn't like. So once they see it and they love it, and I can tell that they love it, then all my fears and worries go away, and but until then I feel like I'm on edges. I wish this thing would show me, but for some reason it doesn't. occasionally it will, but for the most part it does not show me because I'd like to be able to greet who's watching. And there went my bobbin. Thankfully it was at the end of the run. I've got to wind another bobbin, but I think I'm going to use the rest of this bobbin. It's a rainbow bobbin, but that's okay because it's going to be on the inside anyway. Just to use the rest of it and hopefully finish the last couple of seams. Hello, welcome. And basically what I have left is, once I sew up these side seams, then I'll sew up the corner seams, turn them and close the bags, and they'll be done.
Loud noises. Let me know.
Yep.
Good?
One second. Sorry. I knocked the mouse off, so.
Good?
Hang on, I knocked my mouse off the table.
Oh, good.
The microphone will, I'll be muting it periodically because my brother and my husband are working on underpinning, and so when they're using the saw to cut some metal pieces, it can be pretty loud. The drill can be loud too, but it's not as close to the microphone as the saw is. Okay, sound again for a few minutes until he cuts another panel. Hello and welcome. Oh yay, it told me. Hi, Rhonda! How are you today? I hope it's as beautiful over there as it is here. It's 70 degrees today. And it's got a nice cool breeze. It's been so beautiful. I've got the doors open. I don't have the windows open, but I have the door open because the breeze is just awesome. Oh. No, actually this is an industrial sewing machine. It's meant for thicker, heavier materials. I do have a domestic machine, like a regular sewing machine, but I don't use it very often. It really needs servicing really bad, but for the amount that I would have to pay to have it serviced, because it's a Husqvarna, it was just cheaper to buy another industrial machine that's meant to do lighter fabrics. So I have one machine that I use to do my memory bears and memory pillows and all that stuff. And then I use this one for all my purses and stuff. Thank you, Pelican, for following. Oh, I have been really wanting to try leather stuff, and but the only thing that scares me and makes me nervous is because I don't know anything about skiving, and I don't want to have to buy another tool that's going to be expensive for skiving, especially right now when like everything is kind of in limbo with until we figure out the whole winter summer thing. But I really want to try leather. But I want to try it on the sewing machine, not by hand, because by hand would take forever. But this machine, that's the reason why I ordered it, because it can sew really thick leathers. It's what it originally was intended for. It's for sewing leathers. But yeah, if I could find a thin enough leather that I wouldn't have to skive, I could just make my patterns with, I would be all for it. Eventually I'll get there to where I can do it, but I think part of the reason is just because I'm scared to do it, because it's so expensive to buy leathers right now. Yes, I'm in a camper actually. It's a 13 by 8, I think. Because we've been traveling, and I basically set up a small office in the camper so that I could still go to shows and stuff and still have a place to work while we're traveling. Yeah, the one I posted. Yep, that's what I'm working out of right now. I got a whole lot of scraps here on my desk because I just got done emptying all the trash cans and mopping the floors, and so I set everything outside and then I started sewing, and I forgot to bring my trash cans back in, so that's why you see this growing mound of fabric. Oh no, not at all. I've been doing this long enough, and plus that I have a really a good guard right here. I normally have a camera that sits right here so that people can see, because that was one of the things that always bothered me, is because I was always scared that people were getting their fingers, and so I usually have a camera that's right there, just so that for peace of mind, because I don't want to scare anybody. Because I have scared somebody once before. But anyway, but because I'm in the camper, I can only have up to 2 cameras, and it runs so much better and smoother when I have 1 camera, so that's why I just flipped it and pulled it back. You know, ever since I got to Ohio and I've got out of the heat, this colder weather has done wonders for me. I have felt so good. I have not felt sick at all, not one day since I've been here. I take that back. When we first got to Michigan, I had a head cold from the temperature change because it was drastic. And so I was sick for a week with just congestion. But then after that, I've felt great. I haven't had not a single problem with vertigo. I haven't had any of my dizzy things. Yeah, I'm in Logan right now. Anthony is in Lancaster. Well, technically he's working, but he lives in Lancaster. He's going to be trying to move out this way, and hopefully the deal works out. And he'll be, if both of our deals work out, then he'll live catty-cornered from me. But I'll only be here during the summer and fall. And then I'll go back to Florida for the snowy parts of Ohio. Unless for some reason we decide to have a white Christmas one year, then we might stay. That would be great. I'm sure Anthony would love that. My sister comes to Ohio on the weekends to a campground somewhere. I gotta figure out where that's at, because we've been wanting to meet up with her and go camping once before we go back home for the winter. My dad's daughter. She was from his first marriage, and she lives in Kentucky, but she comes up here on the weekends to go camping. Yeah, we have a lot of family, especially from my mom's side, because my mom had 13 brothers and sisters, and my dad was previously married once before, but also was a truck driver while he was married to my mom. So we always jokingly say he could have more kids out there, and we would have never known. Because he was always on the road. What, Daisy? Get down. Get down. Get down, pupper. Good girl. Yeah. It's funny too, because Paul always talked about you guys, but he always told us that he wasn't allowed to make contact with you guys. And I always knew that we would find you guys eventually. I just wish we would have been able to meet your brother too. One thing I remember. Yeah. He always carried around pictures in his wallet, and he loved showing those pictures off. He was always proud of his kids. I think that was his greatest accomplishment in his life, was his kids. And one thing that... Oh yeah, I never got to meet his mom. I met his sister, and my mom is related to his sister's daughter-in-law. Well, Paul's sister, her name was Faye, and Faye's daughter was Ava, and Ava is married to Dave, which is my cousin. So, yeah, he carried pictures of you and your brother when you guys were kids. I have a lot of respect for Paul. He had some issues, especially after... No, never. He had a lot of heart condition problems, and he to me it was kind of like he had a midlife crisis after, because the doctors gave him 6 months to live after his triple bypass, and he outlived the doctors by 6 years. And I mean, once he passed that 6 month mark, he became a different person. He got into church, and he was a great dad to me. I didn't have my dad growing up at all. So for me, he was like my dad. I would have liked for him to adopt me if it would have been possible at that time. Because I've always felt like he was my dad. I was really grateful for him, and I miss him a lot. In fact, I sometimes see people that remind me of him, and it makes me cry because I miss him so much. The ones that I hate are the dreams that, like, he's still alive, and I wake up and then realize that he's not alive and he's gone. Yes, that's the truth, but him and my mom kind of had like a falling out, and he came back, and she told him, if you come back, you can't drink anything, because the minute you drink, we're done. And so he stopped, and shortly after that, that's when she got pregnant with Anthony. Oh yeah, he does. It's crazy. I tell him that all the time. But yeah, she laid down the law, and he pretty much obeyed it. When I got my first car, he took me to the car dealership and helped me pick out what I wanted and made me drive it off the lot, even though I was scared to death of it. And then when we got back to the house, he made me go through and change the oil, change the tire, change the radiator fluid. Oh man, there were so many things that he made me do before he would let me drive it, because he always said that if he was gonna have me out there driving in a car, I was gonna know what I needed to do if I ever broke down. And I'm grateful that he did that. It saved me quite a few times, being able to know what to do. Yeah, I'm the same way. I won't put up with it either. I'll tell you a funny story. I think it was either my grandmother or my great-grandmother. I can't remember. I'd have to ask my mom. But her husband was a really bad alcoholic, and he used to come home and beat her. And it was really bad. And I'm pretty sure it was my great-grandmother. Well, anyway, he came home one day and tried to beat on her. Then he went to bed. She wrapped him up in a sheet and beat him with a cast iron skillet. He never touched her again after that. I had to put up with it once because I was young and didn't understand and didn't know the difference. But I tell you what, I learned real quick and in a hurry, and ever since then, any relationship that I've ever been in, I've never let a man raise a hand to me without fighting back. Well, the first time I got married, I was 17. And I think it was just a rebellious thing for the most part. And like I said, my dad was really never there. So, but I learned. And I know what not to put up with anymore, and oh no, not now. This was from my first marriage when I was 17. Hey, Daisy, how about you stop knocking stuff over? We're on the very close last steps to these pouches. I'm going to go ahead and turn this one because I think this is the Christmas one and I'm excited about this one the most. Oh. Hi, Daisy. What? What? Mine's just a pup, and she likes to get into everything. Drives me crazy sometimes, but I love her to pieces. Sorry for the noise. I'm trying to find... Oh, there it is. I'm trying to find my crochet hook so I can turn this corner out. Okay, so all I got left to do is just sew up the bottom. But look at that! Isn't it so cute? I love snowmen. It's like my favorite thing around Christmas time. I could have also done it in red too. I think it would have been really cute, but I did a red zipper on it instead. And then black waterproof canvas on the inside. I still gotta sew up the bottom, but yeah. I think it turned out really good. That's my favorite one. Wow, she's old. For a dog anyway, you know, that's especially small dogs. But they say sometimes that smaller dogs can actually live longer. I know my husband, somebody in his family, they have a Chihuahua that's like 14 years old or something like that, 13 or 14. I got a thread on this one. Oh wow. I only have one. I would like to have another one just so Daisy has somebody to play with, but Jimmy says no. Okay, there's the Spider-Man one all done. I gotta sew up the bottom, of course, still on that one too, but looks good. Oh, I don't remember. I want to say it was right before they got married, which was in 95. So it was somewhere between 90 and 95. I can't remember the exact date. Yeah, because I know that after that he was filing for Social Security because it was, yeah, I think so. I know that we were in Florida and he was trying to file for Social Security and after he had the bypass because they told him that he couldn't lift anything over 5 pounds. So he tried to apply for disability, and Florida kept denying him over and over and over again for like, I want to say 4 or 5 years. So finally, not too long after they got married, we ended up moving up here to Ohio, to Newark, for a little over a year. And once he got into Ohio, because, well, this Ohio's where he was originally from anyway, so I guess, I don't know if that had something to do with it, but as soon as he got here, we waited, like, I think a year or so, and they approved him immediately. And plus gave him retro back pay for all the years that he had applied in Florida and didn't get approved for it. Because most of his doctors and stuff that he had gone to, yeah, he was born in West Virginia, but he lived in Toledo and I think it was just Toledo for most of his life, from right after he was born, I thought. I don't remember. It's been so long ago, honestly. I just remember him telling us that he was from Toledo. Oh, sorry, I didn't show that one. That's the next one. It's kind of got like an 80s rock theme to it. With the black waterproof canvas. When him and my mom first got together, I want to say like 12 or 13, but I can't remember. It's been so many years ago. Will you stop? Get off! I have a hard time remembering what I did yesterday, let alone trying to remember 15, 20 years ago. Stop, or you're gonna go to bed. Or you... Stop. Play with your doggy. Stop, Daisy. Stop. Now, no. I told you. That's enough. Sorry. She tries to use brute force with me sometimes. It drives me crazy. Weird question, but was your mom blonde? Because he used to show me a picture of his, he always said that it was his ex-wife. He used to carry it in his wallet also. Oh wow. Yeah, that is very young. Oh, I forgot to sew one side of it. Go lay down. Sorry, she was. I can't. It makes me really, really nervous when she gets really, really close to the foot pedal, because if she was to step on it and my finger's close to it, it could be potentially dangerous. So she had to go. I'm not sacrificing my fingers. Oh wow. Yeah, and he's like what, 6'1" or something like that? He was really tall. I know he said that he used to play football. I would have liked for Anthony to play in football too when he got into it, but Anthony had a lot of medical problems when he was a baby. So he probably would have never been able to get into the football. Oh wow. So evidently that's where they met, was high school. I just realized that some of the captioning that's coming through the video is not correct, so evidently it hears something else that I'm saying. That's another thing too that I always thought was funny, because, and I never quite understood why, but they always called him Paul David. I'm like, why do they always call him that? I'm like, why don't they just call you Paul or call you David? Why do they keep calling you Paul David? Oh, well, here in Florida, everybody called Paul David for some reason. Like, Faye Estep, his sister, she used to call him Paul David all the time, and I never understood why they called him Paul David. I knew that was his middle name, but... My beach kitties. Oh, they called him Paul David too? that's funny. Did you ever meet Faye, his sister? Yeah, Faye was the only one that I met that was his sister. I met some of his other family. I know that he had, I think Wanda was another one, but I can't be for sure. And if it wasn't Wanda, then it was Wanda's husband. But I don't remember his name. It might have been like Billy or something like that, but so many years I can't remember. And this one is our Marvel characters. Got us a little Hulk and Captain America, and there's can't think of any of the names right now. Yeah. Okay, so I think Billy was married to Wanda, and they also lived in Florida at one point in time, and I met them. But that was the only ones that we got to meet. I will have these posted to my website hopefully by the end of the week. As soon as I can get some pictures taken. I do have to sew up the bottom still, so it's gonna be a little bit. But I have to wind another black bobbin, and I'm not gonna put you guys through all that. Yeah, when we first came up here to Ohio, that was one of the things that I wanted to do, was stop in Toledo and see some of the places where he lived, if I could figure that part out. I don't know if we'll actually have a chance to do it this trip. We may have to wait till next trip. Oh. Yeah, see, I never got to learn any information about his family, like, and if I did, I would have been way too young to remember it. Well, we'll have to get together and plan a day where we can get together and do something. So that way it would be nice to learn more family history. Even though he wasn't really my blood dad, he was still my dad. So, but anyway, it was great socializing. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me. It made my work go so much quicker. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and close this video down. And for the others that are watching, if you liked any of these bags that you've seen, you can head over to my website, which is handmadebyfaith.us. And I will have these posted hopefully by the end of the week. And if you see one that you just can't live without and you don't want me to post it because you want it now, you can contact me through Facebook. And my Facebook page over there is facebook.com/hbyfaith, or you can look up Carla Stevens. Either one will work. Send me a message and let me know that you're interested, and I will set that up for you. If you are in the Ohio area and you would like to come out and see more of my product, we are going to be at Rockbridge. It is the Hocking Hills Antique Mall. We will be there Saturday from 10 a.m. till 3 p.m. Granted that the weather permits that. So if you'd like to see some more of that stuff, come on out. Check us out. I'd love to see you. I appreciate your support, and I appreciate you stopping by to view. If you would, to like, share, follow, comment, anything you'd like to do. That would be great, and it would help support this channel and this small business. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you later.